I'm Ngọc Duy and you're tuned in to VietnamPlus News. Let's begin with today's key updates from the international stage.
Dong Ho folk paintings, Quan Ho singing introduced in Paris. Prime Minister hosts red carpet welcome ceremony for Spanish counterpart. Ministry of Public Security rescue team successfully completes mission in Myanmar. Party chief meets former public security officers once serving on southern battlefields. Tunnel, Sun in the Dark sets single-day box office record.
A cultural event showcasing the heritage of Vietnam's northern region of Kinh Bac, a land with long history and ancient culture in the country, was held recently in Paris, France. Titled Vietnamese Cultural Night, Essence of Kinh Bac Heritage, the program was jointly organized by Bac Ninh Province and the Vietnamese Cultural Center in France. The event featured two cultural treasures, Dong Ho folk paintings and Quan Ho love duet, folk singing, offering French audiences and the Vietnamese community in France an opportunity to experience these traditional art forms.
Bac Ninh Province, since 2019, has been preparing for the UNESCO's recognition of Dong Ho folk paintings as an intangible cultural heritage in need of urgent safeguarding. We wish to promote and safeguard this fading craft internationally.
From the reception, guests were immersed in a traditional setting, welcomed by artisans and performers in Bac Ninh attire. The audience engaged in hands-on activities such as woodblock printing, calligraphy, and traditional toy-making under artisan guidance. A video presentation on Dong Ho paintings was also featured, followed by live demonstrations.
Em rất là vinh dự được đến tham chương trình ngày hôm nay.
I am very happy to attend this event. I have an opportunity to learn more about Dong Ho folk paintings, which I have only heard about before. I think the organization of such event is so important for the dissemination of Vietnamese culture abroad, including France.
Quảng bá và mình giữ gìn cho cái thế hệ người Việt sinh sống ở bên này.
Vietnam's tourism ambassador to France, Anoa Sazin Dussel Paran expressed her strong support, calling Dong Ho a deeply rooted cultural expression that deserves global attention.
Dong Ho folk painting is Vietnam's traditional genre of arts, which is very unique. We should highlight the special characteristics of the painting to receive UNESCO's recognition. I welcome the opportunity to help bring Vietnam's local products and culture to a broader audience.
Vietnamese ambassador to France, Dinh Tuan Thong, emphasized the key role of culture in bridging nations and fostering mutual understanding. He noted that cultural exchanges help build trust and respect, laying a solid foundation for broader cooperation across various fields. Beyond the celebration, the event served as a platform for cultural diplomacy, aiming to strengthen ties and preserve national heritage.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh hosted a red carpet welcome ceremony in Hanoi on April 9th morning for his Spanish counterpart Pedro Sanchez, who is paying an official visit to Vietnam from April 8th to 10th. This marks the first visit by a Spanish Prime Minister to Vietnam since the two countries established diplomatic relations in 1977, and also the first official to Vietnam visit by a high-ranking Spanish leader in 19 years, following that of King Juan Carlos and Queen Sofia in 2006. Over the past 48 years, Vietnam-Spain relations have continuously developed, with expanded cooperation in various fields, particularly since the two countries established a strategic partnership towards the future in 2009. Spain is Vietnam's fifth largest trading partner in the EU, while Vietnam is Spain's largest trade partner in ASEAN. In 2024, bilateral trade reached $4.72 billion. Vietnam is also one of Spain's priority countries for development cooperation, with Spain committing over $1 billion in official development assistance, ODA, and non-refundable aid through 6 cooperation programs. Following the ceremony, the two prime ministers visited a photo exhibition, spotlighting the Vietnam-Spain relations, as well as the land and people of the two countries, before starting their talks. During his stay, Prime Minister Sanchez is scheduled to meet with leaders of Vietnam's party, state, and national assembly. He will also undertake other significant activities in Hanoi and visit Ho Chi Minh City.
After completing a 10-day mission to rescue and assist the people of Myanmar affected by the earthquake, the working group from the Ministry of Public Security successfully fulfilled its duties. On April 8th evening, the team safely returned to Noi Bai International Airport. All 26 members and 2 rescue dogs were in good health without any injuries or accidents reported. They were welcomed by leaders from the Ministry of Public Security at the airport. Despite encountering numerous challenges and harsh weather conditions in Myanmar, the Vietnamese Ministry of Public Security rescue team demonstrated remarkable dedication in accomplishing their mission. With a strong sense of responsibility, the team members dug through rubble using basic tools and even their bare hands to free trapped victims. During their 10-day mission, the team rescued 7 victims and collaborated with partners from Myanmar, the Philippines, Indonesia, and Singapore to locate and assist an additional 7 victims. They also provided medical examinations, first aid, sterilization, wound care, and distributed medications to over 50 patients.
At the 7 sites where we conducted rescue operations, conditions were extremely challenging. Prior to our arrival, at least 2 other rescue teams had surveyed the areas but withdrew due to the hazardous environment. However, the rescue team from the Vietnamese Ministry of Public Security did not give up. At some locations, we spent up to 2 days carrying out rescue efforts and recovering the bodies of victims.
Lieutenant General Lu Van Thuan, Deputy Minister of Public Security, praised the Vietnamese rescue team for their outstanding efforts and exceptional performance during the mission. He emphasized that their participation not only demonstrated Vietnam's strong commitment to supporting the people of Myanmar, but also reflected the long-standing tradition of solidarity and mutual assistance of the Vietnamese party, state, and people.
Party General Secretary To Lum presented gifts to former public security officers, who once bravely served during the anti-US resistance war in southern Vietnam, at a meeting in Hanoi on April 8, ahead of the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, April 30. The party chief expressed his profound gratitude to the veterans, recognizing their unwavering dedication, and the sacrifices made by the Southern Public Security Force, and people nationwide during the struggle. He underscored the party's unwavering commitment to its highest goals of maintaining social stability, fostering economic development, and improving people's lives. Vietnam, he said, is steadfast in its vision to become a developing nation with a modern industry by 2030, and a high-income developed country by 2045. With the 14th National Party Congress slated for early 2026, he urged the entire party, people and army to unite together, seize opportunities, harness resources, and prioritize internal strengths and human capital. The top leader requested public security officers, who once served in the southern battlefields, to actively contribute their ideas to refine the documents for the upcoming Congress, effectively follow the party's strategic policies in this new phase, and continue to encourage the party, army, and public security force to fulfill their political tasks, ensuring Vietnam's continued rise in a dynamic era.
Vietnamese film Tunnel, Sun in the Dark, grossed nearly $20 billion, around $770,000, on April 7th, marking an unprecedented milestone and setting the stage for director Bui Thach Chu Yen to reach 100 billion dongs, some $3.8 million, in revenue in less than a week. This marks an unprecedented achievement in Vietnamese cinema, as no purely historical or war-themed film has ever earned nearly 20 billion dongs in a single day. The movie is inspired by a true story set after 1967. It recounts the fierce resistance against the U.S. imperialists by a 21-member guerrilla at the Bin An Dong base in Cu Chi, Ho Chi Minh City. The work reproduces the wartime drama in documentary film style, with fictional characters and drama interlaced, reminding Vietnam's young people of the sacrifices of the past.